should have. Hopefully, have sound. Hopefully. I don't know if I have sound from my side. I've not heard that's bad.
Yeah, let me just mention some. Okay, so to note, little technical difficulty in a well, not really. It's more on technical testing. Right now, I only have myself unmuted, and we'll get Sweet unmuted here in a minute. He's just checking his audio to make sure everything's.
Yeah, it's fine. You can unmute me. Fine, it worked.
And we're good. Yeah, sorry about that. So, a couple things to note. Sorry for the long start there. I had to quickly help with something before everything. I went to go get a drink. I'm like, well, I had to quickly do this real quick. So, give it a good. I really wish I could get it where I can hear the sound of the music that's playing, but yeah. No way to output it to another channel right now. So all I can hear is just, when you talk. So it's with a shot. Anyway. So hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Our first double digit. We're in the double digits now. We have a 10.
And we're already ready for the triple digit.
Yeah, once we get a triple, that is going to be nice. Hopefully. Hopefully we can last that long.
Yeah, that was I told him directly when he sent me the email. I was like, I want a 000. I want a 000 on that end.
Yeah, just add one more zero. Like, go ahead, we get to episode 100. Like, let's hope we make it that far. So far, we've only made it to 10.
But we would have made. Okay, you were gone like 4 months.
True. That is what hindered a lot of the progress.
So that was 8 episodes basically gone.
Yeah, the only reason why that happened is because I lost internet and I was not able to do anything otherwise.
So we would have been on episode 18 now?
Yeah, I could have came back in, but the problem then is that
he couldn't have
him. It would only be him streaming. Nothing on my side would have worked, and well,
yeah,
sure, my quality would have been terrible anyway. Me trying to talk, I'd be lagging worse than I currently do on his side.
Yeah,
which is already pretty bad. Thanks a lot, Discord. You worthless little thing.
Hey, don't talk about Discord that way. It's a nice and caring friend. Okay?
Is it though? Because every time we try to stream something, it's always, I'm sorry, but one of you clearly has terrible internet. I have horrible internet at this very moment. He has kind of.
I have the same.
It's worse than what he had.
I have the same upload as you, basically.
I thought it was just no. You have
the download is 300. The upload is 10, basically.
I used to have 300. Well, actually, no. I have more. I do have more upload than you, but my download used to be 3. It used to be 325, but that was too much money, so I had to obviously not have internet for a few months, and then have to go to a way cheaper plan, which is now like 4012 or 4015. I don't know. The upload changes around. Yeah, me.
Energy drink tastes very weird after you've eaten a donut.
This is the podcast partner of the day where I'm talking about something that kind of sucks, and then he's just like, this energy drink kind of tastes like a. It's kind of weird. Like,
no, it's not taste like a donut. It tastes weird with the donut.
Tastes weird with the donut. Okay. Well, sorry, I ignored most of what you said because I was trying to.
Welcome to the podcast, guys. This is how we work. Like, oh, you wanna talk? But let me tell you first about this energy drink I'm drinking. That smells terrible with a donut. That's nothing to do with anything, but hey.
That's nothing to do with the sort of subject this podcast goes for. Also, it's just, okay, that doesn't help.
My keys are stuck. Okay, I got some.
Why are you try to like online try to basically go over the whole Neko style, but I swear, man, you just like keep getting like more closer and closer because you keep playing with keys like you're a cat.
No, they were stuck on my jacket. I saw the keys at my jacket, so I was gonna move them, and they were stuck at my jacket. I think my ADHD today is on a high level.
Mine was earlier, but now it's kind of dimmed down.
And then you start talking with me, and you're like, you're.
I'm pretty sure all my energy just gets like thrown over to you or something, vice versa.
Like sometimes I'm really hyper and like fucking amazing at the podcast, and next is like really tired. Like, why are we doing this? And like other times it's him like that's more talkative than me, and I'm like, I wanna sleep.
And then sometimes I'm talking for like 10, 15 minutes, and he's just like,
You said.
like, oh, I'm sorry, my brain stopped working for a minute.
You started talking, so I stopped listening. That's basic. That's how we work. Like, I'm okay. We can see that VC, just me, him, and another friend, like randomly, and we both could just disconnect. We stop listening to everything that's happening. Like, we don't. I think we have that. That's the thing. We have the span of nothing. We have no span of what is it called? What is it called? My brain is not working again. Fly?
I'm pretty sure that's the phrase. Is the attention span of a fly. Pretty sure that's the phrase.
I think we have a shorter span than them.
That's right. That's even worse because a fly basically perceive us in like really slow motion. So if they don't have that much good of attention span, what the hell does that make us? Anyway, might as well go on and talk about some stuff. Something that I want to go and start off with literally what basically the titles go on about. My title talks about me ranting. Him, what was your title again?
Complain. A Nexus. That's complaining. I don't remember. Let me check. A complaining Nexus.
Well, basically it's gonna be that. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
So let's go ahead and begin with the first one being something that literally just happened. I was trying to, because I use Restream, I stream to, Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. I just went to, to set my titles, and a thing popped up, and I'm like, really? Really now, YouTube? Is that what's happening?
Is YouTube a bitch again?
Basically. Issue. YouTube flagging external links. This is Restream, tell me this. We've received reports that YouTube has begun falsely flagging channels based on external links in the description. This appears to be an issue on their end. Appealing the decision will resolve the issue. And of course, if it says if you don't have any strikes and you can't appeal, then it's already been, put back. But basically, you could get strikes and such for having external links in your description. I have external links in my description for all my social media stuff and yours.
Same, except your social media, but I have your channels and my other friend's channel in the description.
Well, by yours, I mean Twitch and YouTube. I have those on in my description.
I have your Twitch and I think your YouTube. I don't have your Mixer, but as we say in the end of every episode, it's like if you watch on YouTube or Twitch, it's not necessarily to watch on the Mixer anyways.
Not really. I mean, Mixers is its own thing, mostly for people who watch on Xbox because it's literally a Microsoft-owned platform, so most people watch it from there. But other people actually actively stream to and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay. I would try that, especially because of the lower latency, and make things kind of easier to talk with people.
Yay.
Just no friends, no viewers.
I miss my little cat I always have in my corner. Like, that's the worst part about streaming my PlayStation, is that I can't have that little cat in the left corner.
Oh. It's kind of funny. Mixer actually made a thing for that, which is funny. Like, it basically made it to where no matter how you stream, so you can stream from the built-in Xbox thing. So obviously it's not gonna have any overlays, but there's apparently something you could do where it will put in an overlay for you. Like you can customize an overlay, and every time you stream, it'll just throw that on there.
But you don't
Or
see
where
it on your end.
no, I think it's just seen on stream's end.
They should do that with
Yeah,
with the PlayStation's like PlayStation's what's it called
yeah,
what's it called when you have the chat on the right side, like
yeah.
or reverse. They should actually remove that from the stream itself. I get it if you want to use it as your
I
but
kind of like using it, but at the same time, it's like not a lot of people like to see that when they're watching something. They don't like to see just a huge overlay taking over the screen. I mean, what I have right now doesn't do that.
no,
But
I don't have an overlay. I have my starting soon screen and my be right back screen. Those two is the only things I have, and an ending screen that I apparently had to move up a bit because it was under the.
I don't see the point of using an ending screen. Honestly, just makes no sense. When I end, I end.
I mostly do my outro in the with the end screen.
I guess that works. But back to basically YouTube being YouTube jerks. How in the heck? How do you script that much? I mean, obviously it's their end. I mean, of course, with research, it's like, oh, I mean, it's an issue on their end. Like, yeah, that's pretty apparent.
Can we just scroll back, go back a little bit? You said how can you screw up? The question is not
Be like, oh,
can. It's YouTube we're talking about. They can do a lot of things. They can mess up anything.
all the dang time.
Yeah. So why are you so surprised?
That you basically just go from, oh, hey, we can have whatever link in the description we want to. I don't know where it's like, boom, just basically get flagged for whatever external link. Like, how do you think I'm linking you guys to?
My Little Pony, XXX stuff.
Clearly, that is clearly what they think.
But yeah, I get that if you link to a place that you shouldn't, that is against. Yeah, like if you. Because
porn sites, then yeah, you should pretty much just get suspended or banned. Something doesn't matter. Point is, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, now I was gonna say even those who do it, who are actually streamers or content creators and otherwise, gaming wise or whatever, yeah, they actually do exist. It just even they don't obviously think it's no crap. So why the hell should anyone rando? It's pretty bad that even they get up to.
Wait, what are we talking about anymore? Like I feel like we.
See this right here, in action. But
This is what they have to deal with every day, basically. Or not.
Even when we're just talking like, even if we're just talking like in our group chat, which is literally just text. We rarely ever use the VC, which we do more so lately, but that's mostly just whenever somebody just wants to do whatever. But point being, whenever just using the text chat, even he just out of nowhere just like has no idea what the heck anyone's talking about. I'm like, it's in your, you can read. Can you read?
No, I can't read.
Okay.
I'm blind.
That could be the reason.
Yeah.
So fine, he somehow clicked the start button. How does that work? Got some luck on that side.
Yes, I'm skilled at what I'm doing.
Could have been completely blind. I mean, if you're just legally blind, that's a different story.
What?
I was saying if you were completely blind or legally blind. There's some folks that are apparently legally blind in some way and they can still see.
Interesting. I mean, so
somebody I know is just like, it's just like very dark, but they can still see. It's still pretty dark.
I mean, that's probably because it's like, it can be like some sort of like white black colorblind also.
You know.
He's ranting.
Hmm?
I don't know. You want to talk about a lot of stuff, and I don't know half of it because.
You don't know half of it because you just don't look up that much. You've been too busy watching your Netflix shows and everything else.
Yeah, I watched Flash. I've been watching Flash. I've been so interested in the Arrowverse lately that I've been like only into that. Mostly because I'm stuck at two shows, Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow, because there's a 4 crossover episode. Like there's like one episode that's in on 4 different channels, and it begins on Supergirl and ends at Legends of Tomorrow. No, Flash. And I have to see.
They made that one like a weird scheduling. I was like, what? They did what it did.
It,
Yeah.
what season do Supergirl come into? Was it first season of?
What of like when Arrow started? Like what season Supergirl came in?
Yeah, was it first season? No, 4th season for Arrow. That must be 3rd season.
Season 2 of Flash. Season 2 of Flash is when Supergirl started. That was like season 1, I think.
And season 4 for Arrow, and because Flash is 2 seasons after Arrow, or either more now, but
Well, it was 3 because we have went from it was in season 3 when it's had the whole Flash stuff going. So yeah.
yeah. And John Diggle in Flash said it's easy to fight Mercury soldiers. I mean, I don't know. Overstrength humans or meta humans, I don't know. What would be harder to fight?
Probably the meta humans because you don't know what the hell. It's one thing to find like a super strong person who has like regenerative abilities, and then you get other bits where it's like, oh hey, this guy could just shoot freaking lasers out of his ass. All right, this person could just teleport right behind you, snap your neck. Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen.
And I still hate Fawn. I'm gonna say it here live. I hate Fawn. He's a terrible villain.
Say what you want. I'm not gonna change my opinion. We're not gonna get into any specifics because honestly, we're not gonna be spoiling the show. So no. Go watch. Good shows.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Flash.
It's likely a year behind.
I'm behind on Supergirl.
I think half Supergirl according to you.
No, that's why I'm behind.
No, I'm saying like they're a year behind when it comes to all the other shows apparently, according to you.
No, season 7 comes out for Arrow tomorrow, or do you have it already come out?
Yeah,
yeah, but we are in
a season.
Yeah, but we are in Europe, okay? Because you Americans are special.
Next season when it starts, we get it literally a day after the season ends. Like then we get it on Netflix. It's like when we get the shows going. It's like right after the season ends, like a day after, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The season will show up on Netflix.
And then you have season 3, I think. Is this 3 season for... No, 4 season for Legends of Tomorrow, I think we have. And... 4...
1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th season, I think.
And I think we have 4 seasons of Flash. Can be 5 or 6 also.
We're on the 6th season of Flash.
Actually, I can check that up where we are at because I forgot.
Anyway, I'm gonna say anyway a lot because honestly, it's the thing I do.
Anyway, let's go to.
Let's go to commercial.
We have 5 seasons of Flash.
Well, good for you.
Yes.
We are. That's the thing. I'm saying like the 6th one just started, so that kind of makes sense in that bit. But no.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna go back into what I was trying to go on about the whole you not understanding anything because you just don't look around because you've been busy with your shows. There's been a lot that's going on the last couple weeks. Don't know why, but a lot. Why is it these last 2 weeks have just been like a bunch of stuff out of nowhere? I don't get it.
Nor do I.
I don't really know the specific order of events in this case, but I guess I'll basically start with one that everybody went freaking crazy over, which makes sense. It was a real dickish move. Basically, the whole Blizzard deal that was going on. Yeah, that was
All I know is it was something about China. That's all I know. I like stop caring.
What happened is that Blizzard holds their like little tournaments for basically for their games, and this was for the game Hearthstone. So basically, there was a person, I believe, from China, and I don't know if they were basically like in China or if it was just like they were obviously from it. I don't know because I don't really pay too much attention to that bit. I just know what happened is that basically he said to or whatever it was, freaking free China from all this stuff, or it's basically just like he was on the side of the protesters in
Hong Kong.
Yeah, he was obviously he was on the side of them. He said it out loud on like a interview thing they had on their live stream. So basically, it was him and two people were interviewing him, and he said that, and basically what happened is Blizzard said that he violated his contract, and by saying that, so they banned him. They say they suspended him. He got banned from Hearthstone. They took all of his winnings, all of it, because he won. They took all of his winnings where he got none, and they also fired the two interviewers. Why they fired those two, I don't know, but they did. Those two were fired.
Okay, that sounds dumb. Like, okay, if he sounds, I mean, if he had a contract, I get it. And then it's come down to the interview, and like, what did the journalist do?
But basically, it's just that. I mean, honestly, okay, it kind of makes sense in a sense that it kind of violated the contract or whatever. If you're gonna suspend him for a little bit, I guess okay, but that's still pretty stupid. Take all of his winnings away, that is a huge misstep. He already won. It's not like he did this during the tournament. He did it after the tournament and won, but got none of his earnings at that point. And the reason why is because Blizzard is basically in league with a giant group in China, which I believe is called Tencent. 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 And basically both Activision and Blizzard are both a part of this. So there is that lovely bit. So of course they were just thinking about the money in that case, like, oh, we can't get too political on this. If they start talking about Hong Kong protests and all this other stuff, like we might lose some money from or China company. So nope.
That goes into what I asked if we should have talked about yesterday, because I think that's an interesting thing to talk about. Is the protest in Hong Kong, because I randomly watched a video, I think it was yesterday, that by
a contact about it, because it's not that I don't care, it's that I just don't really see the point of me watching, because
I just the part of like the thing was the video I watched was like just a random video. I don't know, it was just a music video that sang a song and showed protest. It was about how that person supported Hong Kong, and I was like, damn, I forgot this is going on. Like, I had forgotten the protest in Hong Kong, because it's like
no one's really talked about it other than this whole Blizzard thing that's come on, like in a while. No one's really talked about it.
No, because it's like it happens, but it's so usual these days that someone's protesting or something is happening that you kind of get numb to the idea that we are actually living in a world where not everywhere there's actual freedom. And Hong Kong is a free part of China. They are own country basically, because of there was I read about it. It's like a I think it's it's called one government, two systems. So basically it's China is the main government. They own Hong Kong. But because of since 1997 I think Great Britain gave Hong Kong back to China, but because of Hong Kong wanted their freedom still, they basically became independent. And that contract though is ending in 2047. So, but here's the thing: like, it's so dumb that we live in a world where China, Russia, North Korea. I don't know if South Korea is a communist country or not.
It's not.
That's weird. But like that we have 3 big countries in the world that are communists, and that doesn't work with. That is such a big impact on our world. I mean, North Korea is not that big, but it's still part of our like everyday life, kind of. I mean, who doesn't like the stories of Kim Jong-un fucking up something? Or trying to fish with missiles.
I thought it was pretty weird, but no, whatever.
You don't get it, do you? He's firing missiles.
I got it.
Good. He actually got some.
I won't even mention it to you.
Was it?
Yeah, I want to mention it to you.
When?
I said that they were shooting, they were shooting test missiles underwater.
Yeah, he's trying to fish. I wonder if he got any fish though. That's
A couple podcasts ago. I don't really know how many, but there's a few podcasts ago.
See, this is our. By the way, guys, our planning is out of the window. We like stopped planning like 3 podcasts ago. Technically 10 podcasts ago.
I mean, in reality, we had like a topics list where we'd actually put down topics for us to not really, we don't have to strictly follow it, so it's not completely scripted, but basically we have to adhere to it. But now we just don't even use it.
No.
Just go off of whatever's in our head.
And what this have basically happened? Like, what do we know happened? And like, I feel like we joke a lot on this podcast. That was why I want to talk about Hong Kong, because here's the thing: it's such a serious matter that we don't really think about it in the same way. Again, it happens everywhere. And I think what were the last big protests? Wasn't it like somewhere in? Was it when they took down the guy in Egypt or something? That was the last big one.
I would not know. I pay zero attention to anything that happens in the world.
Same. Like I'm
in no way. And while sure, I definitely sympathize with those that are having plenty of issues and are, having hard lives. It's just the point that I don't really read about it because I just don't want to read about it. I don't want to look up anything about it, and I'm not somebody who has money to help donate in any way, so I don't see a point in me trying to, read up about this stuff. It just, I mean, yeah, sure, if I had plenty of money I could spare, I'd go and
No, the thing about the Hong Kong thing is that we can't really help them with money. The thing that needs to be done is the government.
Should have freaking thrown like millions of dollars. That was the freaking Amazon fire, but no, it really done.
I mean, we tried to save the forest. Then we have the Brazilian leader basically burning down the forest, be like, I didn't do anything.
But I mean, honestly, I don't even know what the hell is going on. But you just said that, and it just reminded me of something.
Oh no.
Did you guys know that? Oh, okay, obviously we know, but I'm saying, for anyone out there, did you see how Trump made a freaking Twitch channel?
But he did?
Yes, he made a freaking Twitch channel. I'm dead serious. He made a Twitch channel. The only thing it's used for is to live stream his like press conferences or whatever.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, but he's like broadening his social media reach. And it's stupid. He's already on his phone 24/7 trying to freaking
Oh God!
goes on in his life.
Oh,
Or what's going on in
the
the world.
rumor
Should be
about
freaking kept in the office. He should be freaking tweeting all this crap out in the world. But no, he's not. It's like, oh, just met this guy. Oh, I know the world leaders. Hey, these guys are kind of annoying. Maybe we should take them out. Like, you are on a global social media network where those people that you wanted to take out every single day. Shut up, you dumb idiot.
Hey, have you seen
I don't care to call him out.
Netflix latest Dunham special?
Yes, I have.
I started to think about
I was
the.
thinking of when I was talking about
Yeah, the first one was like that reminds me of the advisor from.
What was his name? Larry?
I don't know.
To note, what was his name? What was it? Beside Myself? Was that the name of the new one? I don't remember what it was. But point is, like, there's a name drop here. I guess we've already said it. The new Jeff Dunham special on Netflix. Funny guy, obviously, ventriloquist. But point is, he unveiled a new one, which is probably supposed to be Trump's assistant, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Basically going off about stuff like, him always being on his damn phone all the
And
time.
he's never putting it down, even on the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, I also message stuff from the toilet.
It's fine, but it's the point that the guy's you're basically the whatever.
He's basically like sitting there in the middle of a meeting, like I'm sitting in a meeting.
Basically the executive leader, in a sense, and executive leader of a country. You don't control the country. You're just like an executive, basically. So yeah, you're that. You're pretty dang important in the country. Yet you're just sitting there on your phone on Twitter all the damn time, just talking about whatever. It's one thing when Obama does it because he didn't do it. Now he does because what else is he gonna do? He's got the freedom to do it now, and he can say whatever he wants. But then you got Trump over here, who's still in the office, for to talk about what the hell he's gonna do next. Okay,
Burn the people. Oh wait, I tweeted that live. How would we stop this? Burn the people. Wait, that doesn't work.
Twitch channel, and I'm like, why? Why would you make a Twitch channel? I mean, again, from what I saw, because I saw the channel, I'm like, oh my god, he freaking made the channel. I looked at the VODs, and there was only one on there, and I think it was about a press conference, and I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense, but why a Twitch channel again?
I mean, I get if they do it for the White House in general, like in the end, like because that would be a good thing for the president in the future to broadcast.
With Twitch, it's more so of like a creation platform. It's like with, you have gaming, you have like creative stuff, like, if you're technology, making stuff, cooking, I guess.
Two idiots talking about random stuff.
Podcasts, which includes that. Other stuff. That makes sense.
I don't have space for you.
No, I don't see that fitting very well.
Not yet, but it's gonna be pop because if you think about it, TV is starting to disappear. Like TV in general is kind of disappearing.
At the same time, they can just put it on some of their website, like a new.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People don't look up
YouTube channel. I think that'd be fine. It's stupid, obviously, but it'd still be fine. Make better sense. Twitch channel, no.
I don't know. Wouldn't they like break every TOS on YouTube? Oh my god! Think about see a headline like Trump banned on YouTube.
I didn't realize that. Oh, yeah. I can't do a very good Trump impression.
No one can. Not even him.
No, there's some pretty good ones out there. There's some pretty good ones. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's very stupid. Uh, Before I was just gonna mention it. I mean, it was one little thing, but about that Blizzard deal, they did recently just give back his winnings and they lessened his suspension, but still did. Kind of a dick move. And a lot of people were boycotting Blizzard actually. So people who used to play like WoW, World of Warcraft,
Yeah, they.
Overwatch, Diablo, whatever. There's just a huge boycott going on now where no one's gonna play it. It's just done.
Yeah, that. But that's what they happened. They would have. They should have expected that.
I mean, I
Like,
kind of understand the point in that, but at the same time, I don't because this decision came from the executives of Blizzard.
yes,
Those
but
same
here,
executives
WoW.
came
If you think about this, WoW. If you cancel your subscription on WoW, they lose money. That's
yeah, they do, but so do the devs. That's the point. The devs have nothing to do with this, and the devs are actually mad at it too. They're mad at Blizzard for what
yeah.
they did.
But they also, and that's because then people are gonna stop playing their games, and the devs gonna get more pissed because people are not. They're not gonna be able to get paid for the games they made.
I mean, it's already started a movement apparently because apparently 30 people walked on the main Blizzard headquarters. Like 30
Yeah.
people or so like went outside the building and just protested. Just started a protest. Employees of Blizzard just walked out and
Yeah.
started a protest. Like, okay, that is awesome. That's cool.
That's the thing. Our world has such a power when it comes to it. That's the thing people don't understand is our voices. The moment we start actually raise our voices towards something we don't like, we get heard. But if you just sit there in the back and doesn't say anything, you're never gonna be heard and expect that everything's gonna change without it. Like it's not gonna change.
I mean, sometimes it works, but not really. But get out there and start talking. Don't just sit there on a social media platform and argue about it. I mean, it's one thing if you're streaming and you're actually, you can see people talking and everything like that, but it's another if you're on Twitter just posting like crazy. Don't be a Trump.
Don't be a Trump.
Don't be a Trump. Don't just
Don't be
post
a.
everything that's going. Well, okay. You can post whatever the hell you want to post, but I'm just saying that don't just do that. Okay, just go out there and do the voice thing too. That works better.
Yeah, like if I gotta say this, if you're on social media, you're not gonna be treated like that serious. Like that's the
Be
thing.
treated that serious when like tons of population is either well, actually, there's a lot of people that would care, but then there's also a large population of Twitter that is either 13 or has lied about their age and is quite younger and is just toxic idiots. So,
Or they are just in general just toxic.
yeah, there's a lot of toxic folks there.
Like,
Bad though. I mean, from what I've seen lately, there's a lot of supportive folks just for everything. But
but that's the thing. That's why like Hong Kong, Blizzard, stuff like that gets hurt is because people hire the voice without social media. They use their like we do. We use Twitch specifically for this podcast. Basically, is to show us what we like, what we doesn't like, and stuff like that. We show what is good and bad.
I'm sure our voices aren't really getting much distance because we don't, not many people watch us and everything.
No, but still, it's a voice that's gonna get heard in the future, maybe, or some other time. Like maybe.
Basically, I am trying to broaden our like platform because I've previously wanted to do, obviously audio podcast only. So, you wouldn't have to go to YouTube or Twitch or wherever the heck the archive is and watch that bit. You can literally just listen to audio only on the podcast platform, which at the moment I can only get on one of them. But I mean, hey,
Yeah.
if we're able to, maybe I can try some other ones. But
And if we ever can succeed in getting into Spotify, also, we would definitely upload on Spotify.
that would help a lot. I mean, I've actually heard that. I mean, some basically local bands like around where I live are actually on Spotify. So I'm like, okay, if they get their music on there, more than likely we get a podcast on there. But I'd rather be more. I've said it before, but I'd rather them be a little bit more professional in a sense. But what can you do?
Hey, I mean that's the thing.
Which is
Kind of.
why I'm saying like starting from whenever we started this new system, like episode 7 or 8. Or
I think it
maybe
was
a couple of the old ones
7.
too, but
I think it was
Yeah,
7. I
it's
think
the
the
old
first time we actually kind of did go outside the idea was when we did the history episode in, what was it, episode 3?
Yeah, that was episode 3. We actually did like that one. I would upload because that was like really good, and I was
Yeah, and that was like we had a topic. That was the main topic, was the history. We had that as a topic, but it became like something more because it was like also so freely made because you start, what was it? We started in the 60s or 70s.
technology and gaming basically, just like
Yeah.
off the internet from
The
basically
60s, I think
shit.
we started like in the 60s, 70s.
Probably the 60s, yeah. And
Yeah.
it just like came up to present as much as we could. Obviously, we didn't cover everything because that'd be way longer of a stream. But you know,
Yeah, that was the longest thing we did also. It was 4 hours. I was like, when I checked that 3 hours, I was like, we are not even like done yet. We have at least 30 minutes. I thought we were like 30 minutes left, and then it was like
half
4.
of